All right, hi everybody. Today is going to be a fun one. We're going to draw some superheroes. And that means anatomy. So I'm going to start out with a quick gesture drawing. Just going to have this guy just sort of standing here. Nothing spectacular or anything. Nothing too complicated. Because I'm just going to do the standard, front view anatomy. So, you got your gesture drawing. Looks cool. You think, yeah, that's a cool pose. Now, where do you go? How do you start to add musculature to this? How do you start to flesh it out so that it looks strong, looks good? I think I'm gonna actually dim this a little bit. Go on another layer. I start with the head. But I'm not really interested in that so much. I don't really care. I'm just going to do a quick sketch in here, indication. What I'm really interested in is the neck muscles, because that's the musculature. Musculature that we're going to follow. And I'll show you my approach to doing male figures. So first you have these two neck muscles on the side that come in around the jaw line. Draw in a collarbone, a little trapezius muscle. Now this is the tricky part. I mean this is the tip, and it's the most essential thing. And one thing I want you to gather from this whole video is how you create the figure by following the muscles down. And I would only describe it, it sounds kind of weird, but as like a halter top. So these muscles sort of flow in from the neck muscles. So you have your these side neck muscles, and then underneath these flow out. And that's how you find your chest, the chest muscles here. The pectoral majors. Now once that's in, it's an easy bit just to add some shoulder muscles like this. Now the circle, when I draw a gesture drawing, it's really indicating the rib cage area. So I can kind of finish that out a little bit. Then you have your abdominal muscles. Obliques. And the neat thing about this is see, you gotta understand, this is how the muscle structure sort of flows over the body like this. But see, once you have the chest muscles down in the right place, then you can make the shoulders any size you want. If I want to really make this guy bigger, stronger, more musculature, I can sort of add to that, and it's going to be fine. Now the bicep muscle comes out from underneath the shoulder muscle. It starts sort of almost halfway up the chest muscle. Let's see what I have this guy doing. Maybe I'll have him holding some power orb or something, Then you have your little serratus muscles that are kind of on the side of the ribs. Now the rib cage themselves, you're not really drawing ribs showing through. Those are covered with muscles, so keep that in mind, that they're not going to be necessarily looking exactly like a rib. Now, leg muscles I won't spend much time on because that's not the focus today, but I want to put them in here just so you can get the feel of the pose. Hands, but I gotta do a video on hands. Hands are so difficult. I have so much trouble, but I can teach them to a certain extent. I have trouble with difficult angles. Easy angles are, no problem for me, but strange, different kind of angles are pretty tough. So that's it. There's your musculature. That's how you find it. You just think about this. This muscle flowing in like that. That's a great way to because every artist has their go-to method and sort of how you, because I needed like a roadmap, and this is the roadmap I use to find, and it works every time. So it's just a solid approach. Solid approach of construction. And that's what I encourage, is solid construction underneath all your drawings. Do the details later, the fancy shading and everything. But in the beginning, get your structure right, because everything else is going to look a lot cooler and be a lot easier too. Okay, so it looks like we got a guy. Kind of cool. Now I'm going to erase a little bit of these construction lines just so you can kind of feel that, get the feel that it's pretty good musculature. Decent anyways. Okay, now let's try this technique from the side and see if hit the wrong button, darn it. Okay. See if it works still on if you're doing a side view or 3/4 view. Okay. Basic head shape. I don't want to get too into that. Waste time with that. Now here's those neck muscles coming in on the sides, big ones, and the back muscles come out like that. Gonna find that collarbone. Now here we go. We're gonna use this halter top technique. Of course, because it's a side, you're seeing a lot less of this pectoral major here. You see a lot more of this one. You see a little bit of the shoulder, perhaps, for this angle, perhaps. Obliques. Those abdominals. Of course, you see from this side more of them. Again, I'm just going to draw on this little muscle structure just so you get a feel for what's going on here, how these muscles are all flowing together. So he looks pretty cool. Looks strong. Looks tough. Kind of badass. He doesn't skip leg day, obviously, here. So it works. See, it's pretty solid. And I can make him, you know, bigger or smaller on this on the shoulder there. Add some beef to the man. So a little sketchy, you know, needs some refinement. But overall, it's there. See, when you're sketching out, keep your stuff loose. Have fun. Let that line just be sketchy and be expressive. Okay, I think it looks cool. Looks tough. Saying, I like that energy bomb. Give me one. I want one too. How do you do that? All right, let's see. He's saying mine's bigger. Okay. Wait a minute, what we got here? Oh yeah, that was the initial. Now let's try this on a Hulk-like kind of guy. See if this sort of works with that. This method. Gonna draw a big torso, short waist, shorter arms. Everything's kind of shorter on Hulk, but just bigger. Okay, so Doc Bruce Banner, struck by gamma rays, turns into a really ripped guy. Let's see. Okay. So they're not going to see as much in the neck on this particular pose because he's leaning over. But I'm still going to see. I'm going to bring these lines right out to try to find where the chest is going to be. Now you can widen it. Once you got this, you can pull it and widen it just a little bit to so it doesn't look so halter toppy kind of thing. But you can see I'm still using the same technique, and it really gives it a lot of solidity, a lot of shape, structure. I don't want to spend too much time on these parts that aren't that important. Stomach muscles will kind of get crunched down. Like I said, everything's kind of flattened a little bit with this guy. Just a quick preview on hands. They're never square. They're round. Your hands will look weird if you make them square. Okay. They still draw the Hulk with the ripped pants. He's a pretty lucky guy. He doesn't rip all of his pants off. That was always a joke. Oh, the kid. Okay. Anyways, you get the idea. I don't want to work on the legs too much, but I quickly found these muscles by simply bringing them in down from the neck. Okay. So I want to just keep working on it. And I gotta stop. Stop! Okay. I think that might be it. Not gonna do the back muscles today. I think the front muscles is enough to sort of work on. Maybe kind of like see what happens if, let's say you're doing a pose where the guy's looking up more. Let's try that. See if that'll work. Okay, so he's looking up. You can see these neck muscles. The collarbone is not so, doesn't go up so much like this. It's because of the angle you're looking at it. But again, here comes the muscles flowing from the neck. Kind of looks like Doc Savage. There's usually, for the abdominals, I usually do about 6 abdominal muscles. But I think with different people, they're a little bit, they're I don't know, maybe they're the same. I don't know. They just look different when I see bodybuilder types. I think what I want to do with this one would be kind of cool is change them into those flattened hands into fists. Well, I keep missing. I hit my stamp too. That's why you see that little thing pop up. And to have them like busting chains, you know. Kind of doing the Superman thing a little bit. Show a couple links flying. That's kind of cool. these chains. All right. Bam. I think I did it. Okay. That's a done deal, kids. Let me know if you have any questions. And if you want me to elaborate on anything anymore with these. But I think this one's pretty self-explanatory. Hopefully it wasn't too sketchy for you guys. So until next time, in the next tutorial, which I think might be the human head, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.